Good morning, New Yorkers. Looking for another beautiful day here in the city. Clouds to start us off out there. Temperatures staying in the high 40s. Tomorrow's forecast will be in the 60s. The beaches staying around 62.
I'll pay you the usual rate.
If you want the shots, I'll take a staff job. Double the money.
When the world talks about heroes, they're usually in suits of armor or carrying shields and capes. But for New York, the hero that swings through alleys and scrapes the skyline is a kid with his own demons, his own failures. And yeah, he wears a suit, but it's mostly stitched up, sometimes barely holding together. This is Spider-Man, the friendly neighborhood nobody asked for, and the one who became so much more. So let's talk about Peter. He's not born a fighter, he's born a kid, just a regular kid with all the dreams, insecurities, and awkwardness that most of us felt. And here's where it starts. The power he suddenly gets, the chance he has to become something more. But he doesn't take that power because he wants to save the day. He just thinks it'll make life better.
Weird.
He tries to use his newfound strength to get ahead in life, get the girl, get noticed. And it's only after that terrible, pivotal moment, after his uncle, his closest family, dies because he didn't step in, that he feels the true weight of his gift. From that moment, Peter's life isn't his own. The vow he makes to himself, it changes him, it consumes him. He's young, he's grieving, and every decision from that point on is haunted by a phrase, one that's become a promise. With great power comes great responsibility. But here's the thing about Peter. He keeps messing up. He doesn't always get it right. We've seen him battle some of the most powerful villains in the Marvel Universe. But what really hits is that he doesn't always win. For every time he saves the day, there's a cost. He loses friends, loses family, loses parts of himself. He's a hero, but one who constantly sacrifices relationships, opportunities, and sometimes even his identity. It's a vicious cycle. He tries to hang up the mask, tries to live a normal life, but New York won't let him. Because at the end of the day, that vow he made to himself isn't something he can walk away from. Peter is every bit the reluctant hero. He never asked for this life. He didn't want the burden. And maybe that's what makes him stand out. This isn't someone who fights for glory, fame, or recognition. He fights because he has to, because if he doesn't, then who will? Through the comics, the films, every iteration, we see him grow, not just as Spider-Man, but as Peter. He learns what matters, what to protect, who to protect. He struggles with his dual identity, torn between saving lives and living his own. But it's that struggle that makes him real, that makes him like us. As much as Spider-Man represents the strength to overcome villains and dangers, it's Peter Parker who shows us resilience. He's not a billionaire, he doesn't have an army, he doesn't even get thanked half the time, but he keeps fighting. Because for him, every life saved, every small difference he can make, it counts. So who is Spider-Man? He's just a kid from Queens who made a choice to keep going, to keep saving lives no matter how many times he falls, no matter what it costs him. And that's why for New York City, and for all of us, he's a hero we'll never forget.